He's gone to the porcelain, thrown off the Dutchman. Yes. Hope he doesn't have an Elvis Presley mom. Yeah, that would suck. That'd be, would you call that a shitty situation? That was terrible. Which version of the mod is he using? Well, whatever the latest version is. I don't really work with versions, I work on them. That's what I do. He releases a photon torpedo down the Death Star chute. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. It's actually a proton torpedo, not a photon torpedo. That's more like a Star Trek thing, I think. The Executor and Eclipse are both in the list of stuff in the task forces. But that's for attacking. The normal build goals are for every ship they can make. Your crap at puns. Crap at puns. Get it? Nice. Those bad too. How the hell can they have this ship? How the hell can this be? How can this coexist? How can this coexist? I don't know. Maybe if they'd stop building arc hammers, they could fucking afford like a real ship, like an Executor or something. Maybe I should just fucking sit here and wait for them to... No, you have no interest in building anything useful here. Except for fucking Titans. See how they feel about that after this. Proton, photon, same thing. Nah, that's not exactly true. That is not exactly true, I'm afraid. Standing by. Alright, I was thinking, hey, new map? Actually, I don't think I've seen this map in a long time. No. Alright, so you go there. Artillery goes behind.
Squadron reporting. Y-Wing squadron reporting.
And you guys go in. Oh, wait. Right. There and there. And there we go. I really need to make some nebulae, man. Like, as pretty as the star background is, I'd love some fucking variation. For fuck's sake. I need some new nebulae. I need some nebulae. It is a nice ship. It's not overly powerful, but it's a nice ship. Let's hope they don't have a turbo laser. They're also not both atoms. In fact, protons are inside the core of atoms. Very specifically, along with neutrons, and then you get electrons orbiting those. Electrons being negatively charged, and protons positive. Neutrons are, of course, neutral. And that kind of swirls around inside an atom. And then depending on the number of protons, you get different elements, and then you get different isotopes by either adding or subtracting neutrons or electrons. That's how you get isotopes. And of course, photons are technically neither particle nor wave. I think they're normally described as waves. I don't know. Depending on the experiment, you kind of get different results out of that, which is kind of funky. Which is why all the physicists are like, fuck photons. They're difficult. All right, can we get into firing range now? I'd like some firing range. I bet these are already in range already.
Ready for orders.
These guys need to hurry their asses up and get here, so that the artillery can open fire. No. Never mind.
Systems online.
No, I will try to explain. Okay. So, atoms are comprised of 3 smaller particles.
Form up.
Can we hit this? Oh, no, we're actually not in range. Okay, move everything forward then.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so this is how it works, okay? While I quickly do this, I'd rather do this with... I don't even have any... Yes, I do. 3 squadrons. That's not a lot. Let's just hunt and see where it goes. Okay. This is how it works, right? Atoms are comprised of 3 smaller particles. These are protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons are situated in the core. Protons being positively charged, neutrons being neutral, they don't have a charge, and the electrons are negatively charged, and they kind of orbit around the... Game freeze? Wow. And they kind of orbit around the core. Now, the number of protons in a atom depends what kind of particle it is. What kind of element... yeah, well, that's the proper thing. What element the atom is, right? I think we had a freeze. This is very impressive. What's happening? We are way below memory cap. We're not even using 1 gigabyte worth of memory. So, that's very unfortunate. Okay, well that sucks. Sorry about that crash, guys. But yeah. Physics with the Dutchman. And then electrons, as I was saying, they kind of orbit around the core. Now, that does not mean that an electron or a photon or a proton or a neutron is the same thing, because they're not, and they're also not atoms. Photons don't even have anything to do with atoms. But atoms are consistent or comprised of electrons, neutrons, and protons. Now, electrons are not exactly particles. They're kind of waves as well, in a way. You can't exactly locate electrons because you never really know where they are. They have a probability of showing up in like a field around the core, which we call orbitals. This is all getting a little bit too complicated for on-stream explaining. There are many channels on YouTube who are far better at explaining these things than I am, so if you're interested in particle physics, definitely go check those out. Alright, now what the fuck was going on? We were attacking Typhera before we were so rudely interrupted by a crash. That's rather unfortunate.
Tactical battle imminent.
Let's not have that happen again. Let's also set our X-Wings to lock S-Files this time so our artillery can open fire sooner.
Cruiser standing by. Frigate standing by. Cruiser responding. Ready to commence.
Alright, you can be
Marauder
1, you
cruiser
can be
here.
3,
Squadron reporting.
and all of you can
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
be 2.
I should be there any orders, sir. Keep your eyes open for those fighters.
Alright, now we should really make some speed. I'm just gonna send everything forward as fast as I can. You know, the new atmospheres do definitely look better when the maps are brighter. When we redo the maps, well, like, I don't know how many it's time. I will make the maps a little brighter. A lot of the light detail, sadly, will be lost, but, you know, on the darker side of models, the lights are more visible. But that's sadly a sacrifice that will sadly, well, have to be made then. Just go to Wikipedia, for God's sakes. That's a great call, Sanguinius. If you want to know more about this stuff, just look it up. Should probably add some more, add a Pathfinder in here, and then... I thought I had a Pathfinder in here. So I could just speed that forward and then just drop in the fleet around the enemy. I think I actually had that. Oh, it's wearing out the overcharge. This is good.
Ready. Affirmative.
Cruiser reporting.
Alright, these guys are...
Moving for maximum fire.
Oh, no, don't know if judge yet. They're targeting ties, which is not
Standing
best.
by.
Lock S-foils in attack position.
Ready for orders.
Actually, you guys just attack that. See if you can take that out. We may be able to, even with the mini torpedoes. They're not very effective, but... Oh, they do a little bit of damage. Ah, come on, just one more.
Fire on their shield
Actually,
generator.
probably a couple more, but close enough. Alright, you guys,
Targeting
starbase.
maximum firepower.
You're on starbase duty.
Destroy those lasers.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be
The lasers are our
splash
cover.
damage to
Destroy those
the
lasers.
max, yeah.
Activating weapons.
Ready for command.
And now, of course, all of you. I mean, when this attacks Fondor, we should be able to just literally blast right through them, right?
All craft attack. Frigate responding.
Oh, not you.
Ready to command.
You guys just attack this. I mean, when we have Diamond Boron missiles attacking the starbase, there's no real use in having MC-30s attack it. I mean, this starbase is going down. It'll just go down slightly faster. Yeah, Tide Frigate is not featured a lot. We have dual heavy ion cannons here in the front. Probably better shown from this angle. Dual heavy ion cannons in the front. We have 2 more ion cannons on this side. And then dual turbo lasers in the back. And of course a hangar from which it spawns, I believe it is. Right, 2 X-Wing squadrons, 0 in reserve.
Fire. Awaiting instructions.
Diamond Boron missiles making short work of the starbase. Star Destroyer getting taken out. And honestly, that should be it for the Imperial fleet. I'm afraid that's it for them.
Generators.
Still need to fix that death zone issue. I think I wrote that down already. No, wait, I didn't, because we're ditching this model. We shouldn't ditch this model, but I haven't found a use for it in my new starbase setup, so probably should think of that sometime. Yeah, Star Destroyer blowing up in the background. Lots of explosions, lots of flickering going around. That's rather sad. Still no real way to fix that, sadly. Alright, so we now have control of Typhera. Let's add a Pathfinder. MC-30. I think they're... Okay, so now that we are literally on the doorstep of Fondor, are they going to build something useful aside from this Titan? I want to kind of run this experiment here. Okay, so we have the auto-resolve fleet.
System conquered.
Wow, we don't have a whole lot left here.
Building started.
Ooh, we really don't have a whole
Building
lot left
started.
here.
Beginning construction.
Do we need the rest of our auto-resolve force here? I don't think we do. Actually, are we in orbit? Are we holding in orbit somewhere? Yes, Alderaan, but we can't get there. Can't get across Manam either, and the rest here is just all stuck. We're just gonna move these guys over here.
Very well.
Very well. I wish we had some more stealth units. You'd think they keep all their shit in the galactic core, but that's really not the case.
Construction complete.
No, wait, I have the Bothan spy network here, so I can see everything that's going on. They have Vader. I don't think he's upgraded at all. That's like 1 Star Destroyer and the TIE Defender. There's nothing here. These planets just have a couple of frigates over them. That is a torpedo sphere.
Construction complete.
The AI should really escort torpedo spheres with something else, because just torpedo spheres is really just not going to cut it. Right, let's... Fleet is almost there. This can go here.
Advancing.
Again, the arc hammer is just sitting here when it really shouldn't be. Torpedo sphere and... Okay, so that is another massive fleet. They don't seem to have any issues with population capacity.
Complete.
Even though whatever they're trying to build constantly is getting cancelled. If they try to build the same thing again, then we're gonna really have to look into what's going on here. Okay, Bespin, I want it back.
System
Oof,
conquered.
that was expensive. We should probably build some more units.
Vehicle in
It's not like
production.
we have 300,000 credits just sitting around. Can't even build anything here.
Vehicle in production.
Artillery,
Unit in production.
tanks, speeders,
Constructing unit. Constructing
over
unit. Vehicle cancelled.
speeders.
Unit
They
in
are
production.
attacking. Interesting
Constructing
decision.
unit. Constructing unit.
Speeders, Melkor doesn't have ground, and this is all. Mining facilities. Alright, what have you chosen to throw at us this time? Ooh. Okay, that is spicy. So we have got the entire fleet of Voka. We have a locker hull control ship, a ISD-1, 2 torpedo spheres, a Titan, the Arkhammer, and the Avenger. I'm getting mighty tired of seeing these Arkhammers everywhere. Annihilator is destroyed. No, it sadly survived. If I had the choice on what units to jump in, I would have certainly not jumped in all of these tides.
Ready for command.
However, we'll deal with it.
Starting my run.
Reporting.
Systems.
We're gonna sally out, because we need to. Arkhammer. Damn the Arkhammer.
Form up. Advancing.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
All power to the engine.
Let's get in front of our artillery.
Choose
I mean, we have
reinforcements.
plenty of Marauders, right? I mean, we can deal with their starfighters.
Cruiser standing by.
Well, that doesn't mean you need to
Order
Copy.
confirmed.
completely stop moving.
We've located the enemy.
Alright.
Engines ready.
Marauders are here. This is going to be an interesting battle for sure. The Mon Calamari fleet against some of the best the Empire has. That's just an Imperial 1.
Ready for command.
And you're speeding right into an MC-30. I mean, I'll take it.
Fire on the shield generator. Attack.
Hangar, please.
Roger that.
I don't know, something
Fire
else.
on those laser cannon. Cruiser.
This is really not what they want to be doing.
Reporting.
Again, I'll take it.
Holding for maximum firepower.
Actually, let's not do that. What if it was just troll and flew through all of this shit and then started sniping all of my Marauders?
Ready to command.
That would be some shit. Alright.
Come up. Engage.
Get rid of that Arkhammer. I mean, it's taken a lot of damage. It's not necessarily dying, but it's taken a lot of damage. Now we...
At maximum firepower.
Again, that's not necessary. Unless we are targeting something, we do not need powered weapons on the Diamond Boron missiles. And we're not targeting something right now. The MC-30s and the Tides will be able to easily take out this fucking Arkhammer, hopefully.
Ready.
While our Diamond Boron frigates, corvettes,
Marauder cruiser here.
provide anti-fighter support. Which should take care of these ties. Just like that. I mean, the defenders are getting through. There's quite a few things that are getting through, actually. Chop chop. What's happening? It's not a freeze, I just saw it move. Is it a freeze? Come on, game. What are you doing? It has reached 1.2 megabytes worth of memory. It can easily handle up to 4 gigabytes of memory. That's what the 4 gigabyte patch does. And yet I am having a freeze? Oh, come on. Don't do this to me, game. Game! It cannot possibly freeze itself at fucking 1.2 megabytes of memory. We have 4 gigabytes worth of memory to play with. This is fucking bullshit. Why is it it can't be an explosion particle? Is it something else? It can't be any memory calculations. It can't be AI calculations because, again, memory is not filled. For fuck's sake. Okay, so that happened. Sorry, guys. Again. You know what? We're gonna do some dumb shit. We are going to copy this and then we are going to apply the fucking 4 gigabyte patch to Steam. Which is dumb and you shouldn't do it. But I don't know what else it would fucking be. Did that do anything to the file size? No. Then again, it rarely does. Alright. Let's try that again. This time without freeze, hopefully. I'm still not sure what causes the freezes, of course. We have had them twice on one map, though. What happened? The game froze in the middle of battle. And I'm not sure if it autosaved. That's not a crash, it's a freeze. There's a difference. Freezes have different causes. Only I cannot find out what this one is. It's really strange. When the game has difficulties with AI calculations, this sometimes happens. I'm actually going to get up my task manager, which apparently minimized the game. Alright, I have my task manager up right now, and I can now see what it is doing in terms of memory. Okay, GPU. Alright. Status. Gonna get all that in that window. Yes, okay. That also means that sadly we have to restart it. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep an eye out on the memory and see how much it's using. Freezes did happen to me too, yes. But it's only doing it on this map, which is annoying. Twice in a row, in fact. Which does make me think it's something in the map. But I'm not sure what that would... Again, I don't know what it is. It's really frustrating, you know? Not knowing what's happening in these cases. Because it makes it very hard to actually fix it if you don't know what's going on. Typhera. Andrew. The Typhera map. But again, I'm keeping an eye out on memory. See how high it goes. And if it is a memory related issue, then I can clearly see what's going on. This time. Task Manager, useful for keeping an eye out on the amount of memory that's used. Oh, come on. Do we have to capture Typhera again? I'm auto-resolving that.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay. Now, we had done a bunch of shit. Namely, we moved our auto-resolve ground force over here.
Right away, sir.
Invasion commencing.
We captured
System
this.
control achieved. Building started.
Move you over here.
Advancing.
Let's move a Quasar over Yak Duel to make sure they don't build anything there. I'm now going to... First I'm going to build a whole bunch of ground forces and then I'm going to save.
Vehicle in production.
So artillery,
Constructing. Unit in production.
bunch of tanks, bunch of artillery,
Constructing unit.
bunch more
Constructing
tanks,
unit.
hovercraft,
Vehicle in production. Construction
speeders,
complete. Vehicle in
speeders,
production.
and that's it. And now we save. Rebel GC 46 already. We're really getting up there. On another map multiple times. I'll check which one. I love having you live in the background while I'm mining Eve. It's so calming to hear you swear in an odd and weird way. Well, people sometimes come in and they say, you know what, man? You have the best sound for background noise. Your voice, it's like the golden voice. You just put it in the background and you do whatever you want. You get some music, you get a little bit of the voice in there, it's all good. And to those people, I say, any way you want to enjoy the stream, that's fine. You go ahead and do just that.
Very well.
Construction
Now again, I do want to
complete.
see what happens when this thing actually builds the Titan, because it should at this point really switch over to building Super Star Destroyers. Now it was building something that took like 20 fucking minutes to build. That may have either been a Super Star Destroyer or a Death Star. But it said missing. I think it said missing. So, again, no idea. Our auto-resolve ground force is now coming over.
T2B over.
We are building a bunch of secutors right now. This will be a very powerful fleet once we actually get it up.
Reporting in.
Should probably capture Vendili again. Do I have anything that can actually take that? I think I do.
Destination
Construction
received.
complete.
Artillery online.
They should be able to take it.
Tactical battle
Oh, fuck you.
imminent.
Lost the battle? Are you fucking kidding me? That's one
Navigating
arc
to
hammer
coordinates.
against all this. Oh, suck a fat dick. Get it.
Artillery online.
Alright. Alright.
Flank
We tried with the
speed.
larger.
Battle imminent.
Won the battle? Good.
Reporting in.
Arc hammer apparently still
Reporting in.
survived because it's a
Right
piece
away.
of shit. Move over to Kuat. We don't actually have anything over Kuat. This is making me rather nervous. We are also not building anything out of Kuat. So apparently the largest thing we can build is an
T2B
ISD-2.
over.
Missing 18 minutes. Missing 18 minutes. Now this one is 18. Missing 8.
Reporting
I'm
in.
fucking running out of space on this page.
Reporting in.
Missing 18 minutes. Okay. And either it cancelled or it built. Okay, so that finished. I think it finished because now there's 2 Titans.
Reporting in. Reporting in.
Clearly that means it finished. Alright, Bespin is ours again.
Beginning construction.
It's Bespin, so let's dump this full of mines and turbo lasers.
T2B over.
Uh,
Artillery online.
auto-resolve fleet needs to go over to
Moving
Yadul. And now it's building something missing, which is again the 12th
Artillery
fucking...
online.
Okay, it is clearly trying to build something it cannot actually construct. I don't know why, but every time this gets to like 1 second, it cancels. I mean, I have in the background while playing modded Empire at War. Well, that works too.
Construction complete.
Rendili, I need you. I
Unit
need to build secutors
destroyed.
from this place. Did we just lose?
Planetary control achieved.
I was about to say.
Beginning
Like,
construction.
wow. It's
Beginning
impressive.
construction.
Actually lost.
T4B ready.
Alright, let's see. Where are the hyperspace lanes from Rendili? Right, so we just
Coming
hold
about.
Corellia and then we should be
Need
fine.
to be
Upgrade
over.
space station. Do I want to build any Imperial units? Not really. But I mean, while we're here, let's just build... let's build some victories, I guess.
Construction complete.
Again, wish that we could feed this to the Starforge, but we can't. Any rebel units we need, we will be able to produce there.
Construction
There's a lot of shit
complete.
coming in here. Let's quickly
Unit destroyed.
capture that. Ooh, that was close.
Tactical battle
Okay, that didn't work.
imminent.
Alright, Darth Vader didn't magically upgrade to the Executor, did he? No. Alright, well then I have no idea where the hell all these missing things are. Tanks are dead, that's okay.
Cruiser reporting.
I'm not sure if this can actually hold the ground. Let's actually
Under
build some
construction.
ground
Shield
defenses.
generator constructing.
So our auto-resolve force
Artillery
is dead.
Cruiser
It's did
reporting.
its job.
Artillery
Construction
online.
complete.
Just
Construction
imagine if the
complete.
Dutchman had an
T2B
ASMR
over.
radio
Cruiser
channel. It would
reporting.
be nothing but mellow beats and calm talking. Well, maybe we should do another drunk stream. Maybe we should do a high... No. Streaming on weed sounds like a bad idea.
Cruiser
Construction
reporting.
However,
complete.
drunk streaming, I don't think that's against the rules.
Building started.
Right, gas lines.
Beginning
Cruiser reporting.
construction.
That, they're pulling shit up to Hoth. I'm not sure why. Are they finally moving out all of these Republic units? Not all of them.
Construction
I don't know what
complete.
they're doing here.
Construction complete.
T4B ready.
Thrawn is in the monitor. I don't think he can go any further.
Construction
Vader can
complete.
upgrade to the Devastator, which I'm not sure if he's doing. You know, maybe I should train my voice a little. You know? Maybe have a more smooth, calm talking thing. I bet if I really use the voice properly, we could get a lot more people listening to the stream. Perhaps in the background, perhaps not. It doesn't matter. As long as they're watching, I am happy. The Purifier once more being brought out to the field.
Artillery online.
Vehicle in production.
More victories.
Cruiser reporting.
If they cancel these things again, then I honestly just, again, I just don't know. I don't know.
Constructing.
Beginning construction.
Sure, build a gas thing. Oh, let's also build a hypervelocity cannon. Oh, we already have. Very smart. Let's also build one over here. We also have. Very smart. Wow, I've been really forward thinking here today. They are attacking Ord Mantell. Ooh. Now you're... Okay, so this is gonna be TIE spam out the ass. I can't win that even if I tried. Oh, Vader is in the Devastator, alright. Well, these are now two fucking... Now I need to upgrade this starbase to make sure that doesn't... Fuck you. Okay, go get those arc hammers.
Construction complete.
You guys can stay here. These Novas can guard on their own.
Constructing.
Orders conceived. Orders conceived. Orders received.
Started.
Not. That has nothing to do with conceiving orders. That's not how that works.
Under construction. Beginning construction.
There we
Tactical
go.
battle imminent.
Alright, so there is a large attack fleet heading over to Typhera. This is an even larger fleet than there was, now also adding the Purifier into the mix. I don't recall that one being here. Two Titans, this is a bit of an issue. Of course, the Senate's Blade, because why not? Thrawn himself in the Monitor, 2 torpedo spheres, a droid control ship, and a battleship. Let's do this. New stream idea. Radio streams every Saturday and Sunday, and while the songs are playing, you mute yourself and do dev stuff. What? Radio. So I would just be playing music. I would just be... But I would mute myself so you wouldn't be able to listen to the voice. This is the Crashy map, so it's entirely possible we are... Oh, well, the Freezy map. So it's entirely possible we are going to freeze here quite horribly. And we are going to
Frigate standing by.
hopefully not find out. Well, we are going to find out.
Cruiser standing by.
All of you,
Cruiser
Marauder
responding.
cruiser here.
artillery,
Ready
and
to
that should be
commence.
it. Now, move over there,
way, sir.
artillery move behind.
Weapons charged. Weapons
We need you too.
operational. Ready.
Cruiser reporting.
And then
Squadron
all of these
reporting.
starfighters,
Y-wing squadron reporting. Starting my run.
attack, attack, attack. He streams, music playlist ready in another tab, and dev mod stuff in another. When he does dev stuff, 3 songs play, and he talks about what he's done for the mod, then answers our questions for 5 minutes. Then another 3 songs, and repeat the process. That's not actually that bad of an idea,
I hear.
now that I think about it. This is getting out of hand. Yes, there were indeed 2 of them. I see a Purifier slowly moving into range. Is this the... Oh no, that's the beam cannon. That's the Annihilator. Dual hammer wielding, yes. Angamar was the map that froze for me, at least in the first playthrough.
Enemy forces ahead.
Oh no, don't get...
Armed and ready. Holding for maximum
Wait,
fire.
if I now hit this with Diamond Boron missiles,
Destroy
will
those
this
lasers.
absolutely obliterate the Purifier? Because if it does, I will be so happy.
Awaiting instructions.
But the beam cannons are already firing, which that's bad.
Roger.
You guys...
Activating
never mind, they
weapons.
already died.
Targeting systems active. Targeting
I'm
systems
going to
active.
let the artillery do its thing and just completely wreck this
Standing
ship.
by.
Hopefully. I don't know if we can.
3 through full throttle.
I'm going to make you guys go
Directing
through.
all
I
fire
just
on
need
the
you
shield
guys to
generator.
fire 1 torpedo. I don't need you to recharge. I don't need you to fire again. I don't need you to make a second pass. I just need 1 torpedo of each of you on that bridge. We are not doing as much
Systems
damage
online.
with the Diamond Boron missiles that I had hoped.
Ready.
Losing power.
Okay, so we have the Purifier. Apparently the Monitor is behind there. I don't see anything else.
Ready for orders.
It can't possibly have much more garrison left if we are literally spawn camping the mall with diamond boron missiles. Surely it doesn't have that much more left.
The lasers are our target.
Why don't we target the different sections of the ship?
Destroy those lasers. The lasers are our target. Destroy those lasers. The lasers are our target.
Destroy those lasers.
Copy.
The lasers are our target. Oh yes, there are some MC-30s here. They're not the...
Choose your
Not dropping anything else right now.
At your command.
They are not the stars of this fleet, definitely. But they will do their
Ordered, sir.
jobs nicely. Alright, we're not even over 1.5 gigabytes so worth of memory usage. So we're really doing fine. There's a battleship behind there. It's not doing anything. Which is fine with us. Waiting there, sitting. Hoping for a swift and possibly gruesome death. The Profundity already experiencing that at the hands of the Annihilator's beam cannons and its many turbo laser batteries. Its shields being shredded, its hardpoints are swiftly failing. Structural integrity along with them, while the rest of the Mon Calamari fleet slowly moves over the Purifier. I'm going to right click
Reporting.
on this ship. Alright, since we are now at a complete broadside, let's try firing these diamond boron missiles at...
Yes, sir. Destroy
Wow,
those
they're really
lasers.
not doing all that much damage, are they?
Yes, Commander.
As it turns out, this many diamond boron missiles against a ship with this amount of HP, it's not gonna do a whole lot, sadly. I would love to bring in a bunch more, but we simply don't have the command points. Though the Profundity did just die a horrible, horrible
Reporting
death.
in. Y-wing standing by.
Hey, look, I found Thrawn.
Take down those.
Take down the shields, take down the hangars,
Ready for command.
and attack, attack, attack. It's targeting down my Marauders. This I do not appreciate. We are actually dealing quite a bit of damage, and we have some more command points to drop in.
Acknowledge.
Well, more Marauders, of
Heading
course.
out. Right away.
'Cause what
Marauder
else?
Cruiser here.
I'm loving these Marauders, man.
Orders,
These new
sir.
Diamond Boron missiles are way more effective.
Ready.
This MC-80 is taking a pounding. As you can see, there are many, many, many weapon banks on board the Purifier, all untargetable, which means that they will continue firing even though it has almost no hardpoints left.
Armed and ready.
Now, the Diamond Boron missiles are really doing a good
Lasers
job
are
here.
maximum firepower.
Let's direct
Destroy those lasers.
some more. You
The
can
lasers
fire
are
at
our
that,
target.
and you can fire at that
Destroy
one.
those lasers. I can't see it.
Cruiser standing by.
This thing, even with the shield overcharge, was not capable of withstanding a barrage of that magnitude, and indeed hardpoints are failing rather quickly. That was something else. I think that may have been the Profundity. That battleship is just asking to be nuked by a whole bunch of MC-30s, and I don't think I can refuse an offer like that.
Awaiting
Diamond Boron
instructions.
missiles away, and they are about to hit the ship
Roger.
Ready to commence.
as another Mon Calamari shield bites the dust. And Monitor moving right through the ship because it does not give a fuck. Many, many hardpoints on the Purifier now failing as a result of the continuous Diamond Boron missile barrage.
Form up.
You guys need
The
a firehead like
lasers are our
that.
target.
Sadly, we are losing a few Marauder missile cruisers here. Apparently, they're also firing at starfighters.
Destroy those lasers.
I am not a fan
The lasers are
of
our
this
target.
development.
We've
Engines
lost our
ready.
turbo lasers. Our ion cannons are
We have lost our ion cannons, and the Monitor is now
all craft.
actually in range of our Marauders. This is a very, very
Choose your
bad
reinforcements.
thing. So we're going to jump in an MC-80 right there, and perhaps a MC-30 right there.
Affirmative.
Oh, and,
Choose
you
your
know,
reinforcements.
just for you, another one.
Attack. Weapons charged.
Alright, these missile or these weapon banks are really doing a number on my ships here. Even with the overcharge, the MC-80s cannot survive this. Even now, the shields are failing. Of course, with these beam cannons, weapon banks, ion cannons, and turbo lasers, it's expected. The overcharge of the Mon Calamari ships is, of course, not infallible. It's, actually, let's just stand there and fire it whatever you want. The overcharge of the shields in this mod has, of course, been done. Now, no longer is a overcharge a short barrier that lasts for like 10 seconds and then gains you full shields again. The overcharge is now something that can last for up to, I think, half a minute. And it has the ability... Is that still not dead? Wow. And it has the ability to... Maybe we need some MC-30s in here too.
Coming around.
Yes, Commander.
And it has the ability to very slowly, over a longer period of time, boost shield regeneration, which is already pretty good.
I'm in range.
Copy.
They'll never see it coming.
Sure, healing pulse, go for it. Well, slowly,
Marauder cruiser here.
well, slowing down
Operational.
your weapon fire speed. So, more shield regeneration, wow, that's difficult to say. More shield regeneration, but less weapon speed. Firing speed.
Our target.
It's more like a passive barrier now. You can keep it active for longer periods of times. Wow, this thing is literally just cruising through all of my units. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Moving out. Heading out.
Maximum unit capacity.
This fucking shit, man. Like, fucking look at this. Obscene, I tell
Cruiser
you.
reporting.
Alright, I need you to focus fire this, like, area.
Destroy those lasers.
And then completely obliterate it. I want nothing left of this whole section of this ship.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm using MC-80s to engage Star Destroyers. I mean, this is partially my fault.
Ready. Calamari frigate.
That's not what these are supposed to be doing. At least these guys are doing decently. Well,
One calamari frigate ready.
can you please kill this?
Awaiting
I don't even know what you are doing.
Roger.
Targeting at maximum firepower.
Alright, we got a whole bunch of Diamond Boron missile cruisers. Or Diamond Boron missiles incoming. We're going to see what this does to this ship. Ion cannons are already firing at these because, you know, this ship has range for days. Well, most of the weapons. It's taking a tremendous amount of damage. It is slowly failing. Structural integrity is getting very low. Still has a bunch of functional hardpoints though, which are luckily not firing at my DB missile cruisers. Missiles now incoming, even more damage being done. Slowly the splash damage is adding up, but you do need a couple of direct hits before this even starts doing anything at all. Something at all is being done here. You can see some things blowing up. Other hardpoints are going into the red or yellow. And yet it still has HP. Because this thing is a fucking tank. This thing still has shields. It's probably pointless to attack this. MC-30s need to be engaging this thing because torpedoes are the only thing that's going to bring this thing down. We are running at 1.6 gigabytes worth of memory. That's a tide. We don't need this. Please can we cancel? Yes.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Right away.
Our last 3 MC-30s now being called into the field. More Marauder cruisers are required. The last ones are now called in to try and obliterate this beast. Many of them have already fallen. We only have 7 left.
Ready for orders. Destroy those
Holding
lasers.
for maximum firepower.
Our engines are down. Cruiser standing.
The Monitor is still alive through all of this. It should probably be dead. Be made very, very dead. Because we are losing a lot of shit thanks to this, guys. Thank you.
Attack formation. Copy.
Alright. There's a couple of TIE Interceptor harassing these. these interceptors won't be able to do too much.
The lasers are our
Structural
target.
integrity is now spectacularly failing.
Destroy those lasers.
And we are very slowly chewing through our ship. The MC-30s are trying to take out the Luckerhulk battleship as best as it can. The Purifier, being
We've lost our turbo laser.
finally destroyed, has seen its last day. And with Purifier, I of course mean the Annihilator. When you call the Purifier for so long, you... Oh, okay. Well, Jan's fleet has just entered... Oh, and that's a torpedo sphere too.
Operational.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Let's get our fleet together and...
Yes, Commander. Targeting enemy.
Ready. Open fire on those laser cannons.
No. You attack that, and then the MC-80 attack the bombers.
Fire.
Actually, those are quite a while away. Let's not.
Open fire.
This thing has shields. Of course, the MC-30s were meant to make sure it no longer had shields. Can you kill that one TIE Defender, please? You have two, count them, 1, 2 laser
Destroy the
cannons.
shield generators.
Hopefully you are... No, you're not gonna fire... yes, you are. TIE Defenders have shields. They should be going down. No, these things don't have shields.
Target the heavy guns. Commence the attack.
I'm losing power.
It's really not doing a whole lot, is it? MC-30 is not the best at anti-fighter. Maybe I should make sure they do not have any more targetable hardpoints. But that would probably make them even more OP. So we probably should have those
Orders, sir.
torpedoes targetable. These things need to die. For a second there, I thought I saw that Marauder shooting back. I was like, that can't be. Alright, shields are now down, which means that the MC-80 will start
Mon calamari
Choose
cruiser
your
ready.
reinforcements.
pounding this thing. We are about to engage ships like torpedo spheres and allegiances with MC-80s, which I am not all that happy with.
Cruiser reporting.
Oh, but all our MC-30s died. The MC fleet, in case you didn't know, is very much reliant on shield-penetrating weapons to actually combat heavy warships like Star Destroyers. They do not do well in one-on-one engagement with their larger ships like Mon Calamari 80s. These are not designed to take on Star Destroyers. And I'm afraid we're gonna have to do it here regardless, because that's all we have left.
Taking out our turbo laser.
Awaiting instructions.
Except for our artillery, which is very slowly
The
biting
lasers
the
are our
dust.
target.
It's cleaning out the ties, though.
Taking orders.
Can you
Roger.
please kill this?
Attacking.
We really need this dead. Hopefully they don't jump right on top of us. That will be a problem. Alright, you guys start moving over there. No, not that close. The torpedo sphere is here.
Choose
Can we
your
jump behind it?
reinforcements.
Oh, we can.
Coming
Ooh.
around. Keep your eyes open.
Ooh, spicy flank.
Reinforcements cancelled.
On my way.
Now, of course, the only defense around it is actually anti-fighter laser cannons. Something else just came in. I don't know what. I hope to not find out.
Reporting.
Your orders?
Alright, target the shields.
Bombers at the ready. You calling for me, sir?
Target the shields.
We're going in. Fire on their shield generator.
There we go. Now we have another ship right over here. I hope it's not a torpedo sphere.
for orders.
This will be most unfortunate.
Yes, sir.
These guys are,
Attack that
I'm
target.
afraid going to very sadly die a horrible, tragic death. That shot is coming in at the Tide class. That is A-okay. I am sad to say, but it is. I'm going to target the destruction with all of the Marauder missile cruisers and then hope that the power to weapons is going to serve up a feast of missiles powerful enough to at least knock out half the hard points.
Bombers reporting in.
Bombers can go for the shields of the fist.
Primary target is the shield generator.
And honestly, I may send the X-Wings there too, just for mini torpedoes.
Reporting.
The torpedo sphere is very slowly being chewed through. Let's focus on the engines.
I've been hit.
That ship needs to not get away. Let's not have it get away.
Yes, sir.
Marauders are opening fire, and I'm seeing a distinct lack of missiles.
Yes, Commander.
Ooh, that thing is kind of flanking
Lost
my...
engine 2.
And now that thing is attacking
Ready.
my missile
Going on me.
cruisers.
Ready to commence.
That's kind of the
Slow reinforcements.
the hope and prayer of this entire strategy. I'm gonna come in from behind
Forward. Heading for
with whatever else I can.
Forward. Heading for coordinates.
Marauder cruiser here.
Our engines are down.
Well, it is doing a very decent amount of damage.
Destroy those lasers.
Weapons charged.
Orders, sir.
You guys can be Group 3 while you chase down this torpedo sphere, which sadly still has 25,000 hull points to actually chew through.
Ready.
I'm afraid that is a... Oh, that's a Titan. Wee. Okay, that means I'm going to leave you on overcharge.
Calamari cruiser here. Mon Calamari cruiser
that.
ready.
Take down
Alright.
those shields.
This is a fucking heroic battle, I'll tell you that. These people are dying,
Cruiser
but they're
report.
dying like heroes. Not that that matters, but
Roger that. Our engines
it will
are
make their
down.
families feel better.
Form up. Awaiting orders.
As these MC-80s are brave, coming up behind this torpedo sphere. If this torpedo sphere sadly turns around, they are going to be one shot, but the brave heroes do not fear such deaths. For they know that this thing's turning radius is very high.
I copy.
The destruction has seen its end, and the fist is now being bombed.
The lasers are our target. Destroy those lasers.
The Senate's blade is still sitting there very content. I should probably get these MC-80s out of there before it decides to fire upon them, for that will spell their doom. These MC-80s are trying to kind of hold the line here and provide fire support, even though they're not being particularly useful.
Turbo lasers.
If these bombers actually succeed in not clipping and taking out the shield generator on this Titan, I will happily focus fire on that thing. Even though, once more, MC-80s are not meant to directly engage Star Destroyers.
Awaiting instructions.
It's all we got.
Cruiser.
It's all we got.
Identified.
We'll have to.
Hacking.
This torpedo sphere has nicely chewed through every ship I had here, except for that one.
Ready to commence. Copy.
Run! Oh wait, you no longer have engines. Power to engines, power to nothing.
Roger.
It's diamond boron missiles. Blow up. Around the fist. The fist of the first Voka. We can do better. We can make a better screenshot. How about
Keep your eyes open.
is that shield generator down? I don't know. I'm not seeing any fire. That's a bad sign. Let's move these out of the way before the shit, the Senate's blade starts opening fire.
Weapons operational.
It is already firing, sadly, but no need to make it worse than it already is. Surprisingly, my Marauder missile cruisers are still intact. That torpedo sphere has just blown up, and it is time to come up
Consider it done.
to the Senate from behind.
Proceeding to location. Mon Calamari cruiser ready. Ready for
Let's
command.
gangbang the Senate.
Moving out.
4 I don't even know if 4 MC-80s are enough to do that. Shield overcharge you.
Power to shield.
You can... Oh god, that thing went cloak. Alright.
Form up.
The fist is now gone.
Heading out.
It is indeed history. Which means it is time to start barraging the turbo lasers
Lasers are our target.
of this ship.
Holding for
Full
maximum
firepower.
firepower.
This one MC-30 still alive. It only has 50% of one laser left.
Awaiting order.
MC-80s are
Fire
doing
wing
the
air.
best they can.
Primary target is the shield
We should
generator.
probably have taken out that shield generator before we overcharged our
down those
diamond boron
shields.
missiles.
Form up.
These guys were to charge the Titan, but it has so cunningly disappeared from
Torpedoes
the map.
armed.
Our Y-Wing's desperately trying to get over to that golden-plated Star Destroyer. I don't think they're going to get there before the diamond boron missiles do, which means that there's going to be a bunch of damage that is wasted on a shield that is soon to be gone. But honestly, at this point, I don't think we have the luxury of waiting. Torpedoes are coming in. We may still be outrunning half the volley. Oh god, that's a new one. That's a fresh Titan. Ooh. Shields are now down regardless of the shield generator, and this entire side is getting completely hammered by these diamond boron missiles. Impacts happening everywhere. All turbo lasers are indeed in the red, and that was just one volley. Second volley coming in, targeting the other side for maximum damage. MC-80s, 4 of them providing fire support from every side on this thing. As it gets absolutely smashed. One Titan somewhere in this area, spawning a whole bunch of shit, chasing down my MC-80s that really should be moving. Another Titan cloaked somewhere on this battlefield, about to give us a horrible case of surprise butt sex. TIE defenders are engaging my shit, which I really can't have happen, so I'm going to direct you guys to fire at that, and you to fire at that. And there's even another one right there. Please kill that one right away. We are over 2 gigabytes of memory and are experiencing... Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking freeze on me now, game. Game! Memory usage of the game went over 2 gigabytes and then it froze. We have 4 gigabytes of memory available to us, not 2. Why does it crash when it reaches 2? Do I give up? Do I submit to this freeze? Do I wait? And thus, Jan Voka cheated death once again. Yes, this time it was with the game freeze. Let me catch up with chat while we hope that the game fixes itself.